Hey, the Mad Hermit here, and in this video we're going to talk about crafting. As you know, Shroud of the Avatar Pre-Alpha Release 2 is available to play with right now, and one of the major features that everyone's looking forward to is crafting. Now, keep in mind it is a pre-alpha release, and what that really means is we need to set our expectations appropriately. Think about it as a master chef is preparing this very elaborate meal that they're going to release, in this case, October 2014. But, they're giving us the opportunity to kind of come back into the kitchen while they start preparing this meal. And, they've sliced up some carrots. Maybe they've sauteed them a bit. And that's just one component in this whole elaborate meal. And it's only going to really taste like the finished product when it's all prepared and plated and ready for consumption. But again, they give you a ladle, they let you taste a little soup, they're letting you taste a carrot. And as long as you understand that this isn't the finished product, that, there's more work that needs to be done, there's more cooking and there's more combining that needs to be done, and you go into it with this mindset, you're going to be fine. And that's where we're at with this. With crafting. Crafting, they have the foundation laid out, the hierarchy, what table combined with what resource, combined with what tool, in what proportions creates what. That whole thing is, there in its infancy. But the user interface and the current implementation is, is rough around the edges. Expect that. Nothing to be alarmed about, because obviously there's a long way to go for them to refine this. They know what the issues are. And, again, we're just getting an opportunity to kind of go backstage and see what they're working on and how far they've come along. Now, if you're going to do crafting, the best way to go about crafting right now is to go to Owl's Head, and you're going to want to go to this little crafting area here. They have 7 of the 11 crafting tables that will eventually be available. I don't think you're going to be able to do any crafting with the ones that haven't been made available yet. Things like alchemy and the butcher's table, the cooking table. But this little pavilion has 7 crafting tables, all the tools, and all the materials you're going to need to get started. So first things first, I would recommend opening up this chest right here at the base and grabbing the bags that are in it and opening up your paper doll and dragging those bags into those slots. And by doing that, it's going to allow you to then hit the B key for your bags, and all of them will open up and you'll be able to organize things. I have a disaster here, but I'm sure you could do a better job at organizing, and it'll come in real handy when you're crafting. Your next order of business is going to be to climb the stairs and open up the center chest. The center chest has all the tools you're going to need for your crafting endeavors. Now, not every tool is required at every table, so you're going to have to use a little logic and common sense and perhaps a couple Google searches to figure out what the purpose of some of the tools are. Many of the tools will hint to what table they need to be used on just by their name. Some of the ones that might throw you are the cubit measure, which is a linear measuring device. Think of it as a ruler or a yardstick. And the wood rasp, which is essentially a file. So think of it as a sanding device. Raw materials can be found in the chests on either side. Harvesting has not been implemented at this point, so that'll save you some trips and allow you to focus on crafting. If you run out of materials through your crafting experimentation, log out, and when you come back in, these chests will reset themselves. Once you're ready to start crafting, head to a table, and you're going to need these basic elements to craft anything. A table, which I assume you're already at. You're going to need a tool, an appropriate tool for whatever you're doing and whatever you're working on. So you need a table, a tool, and then you need one or more resources. By more, I mean multiples of a single type or multiple types. You might have 3 or 4 different resources on the table to make a single item. Once you have the right tool on the right table, with the proper combination and quantity of resources, the craft button will illuminate, letting you know that that combination is a craftable combination. Once you've successfully crafted an item, that'll go in your recipe log, which you can access by hitting the R key. Finally, and most importantly, you can adjust the quantity of a particular material by using the Control or Shift keys as you drag that material from your bag to the crafting table. Holding down Control and dragging and dropping an item onto the table will drag just one in the stack. Holding down Shift and dragging something from your inventory and dropping it on the table will pull up a dialog window that will allow you to adjust the quantity that you'd like to move. This is probably the most important tip I can give you. I got it from community member Kuno Brower, so props to him, because I was struggling myself probably for over an hour, unable to craft the simplest of items because this little piece of information was missing. But again, it's pre-alpha. You got to expect those things. We just got to kind of help each other out, spread the word, and be appreciative of the opportunity to play around this early in the game. And by the way, if you're not sure of the quantity of a particular item on the table, hover your mouse cursor over it, hold it still, and a dialog will pop up and let you know if there's more than one. Sometimes you can't craft something even though you think you have the right components on the table, only to realize later that you might have had a stack, and that'll just blow the whole thing. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have questions or comments, leave them below, and I'll see you next time.